Hi, this is Shane, and thanks to Bella recording me. I'm going to show you today how to make your own garden shed. In Western Australia, the sheds are very expensive, so I have chose to buy some Aussie fencing scrap sheet for $5. Join them all together. And then once you join them, which is about for 3.8 meters, about $23. So there's the pressing on top, pressing on the bottom. It's a bit messy, of course you gotta clean it a bit. And now the next thing, I'm going to show you how to make the door. Okay, I'm going to show you what you really need to start and to create your own shed. You're gonna have drawing where and how big do you want your shed. You need a measure tape, of course a drill, pop rivets gun, and a pop rivets on, we can use a color if you want, and we can use galvanized one, whatever your options are. You can use your glasses and earmuffs and also gloves as well. I'm using gloves. The pop rivets must be good. So when you cut the pressing, like the way it is, this one, and putting it under, so it must be nice and flat to the end of the curtain, and then the pop rivets on either side, on the bottom as well and on top. The panel is done. It's completed on both sides with the pop rivets. With the pop rivets there, and it's of your choice. But make sure it's under and on top if you want a strong shed. The two panels on side panels are done. Now we are on the construction on the front panel where the door is going to be on place. So on this case, it's equal on both sides, one of the normal Aussie fencing sheet. So on both sides, and the middle part we're going to construct the door. You have to have the measurements, the bottom part and the top side. So on this case we have to fit the flashing, pressing, whatever you call it, against this, both sides equal, and make sure you do the measurements, it's right. Sorry, I forgot to mention when you're cutting the pressings, because it's equal and it goes in between the other pressing, so you have to knock this side just a tiny bit so it can slide in properly. Okay, the front is done on both sides with the pop rivets on each side, on that side, on the other side. So we have to do now the middle part where the door is going to be. Make sure the measurements from one side to the other side, it's exactly the same. Okay, we have done that area is covered. Of course, it's not going to look good if it's just an empty space. Okay, so put two pop rivets in there and two pop rivets in there, exactly on the other side on top. We have to do now. So okay, the panel is ready now. It's bright on that side with a few pop rivets, as you can see, there, and there. And also on this side, because I'm planning the door to be on this side, so I have put extra pop rivets to hold the door stronger. Now where the door frame, where the door panel actually is, we make the frame, it's ready to go for a door. Now when you're making the door, because the door, it's the actual material is bigger than normal, so we have to do some cutting to fit on the door frame. So in this case I marked it and I'm going to cut it. If you got a handy pair of scissors or grinder or anything, so you can cut on size. We cut the sheet now, so we're going to make the door. Okay, the actual door is done already. It's make sure when you're doing the door it's strong, so put more pop rivets on each side of the door, so because the most you're using is the door. On the shed, on every side it's brass. You got pop rivets on every corner, and the door it's now ready to hang up. And of course we need the hinges, so we already put the hinges on the frame. So now we're going to put the door up. Okay, I put these plates so they can hold stronger than normal, than average. So that's where the door is. In a moment goes the locking system. Okay, so the locking system is done, which is very to move. So this is going to be a lot stronger, and if you bolt on that it won't be that strong. So if you got handy some piece of steel, it will be very good to do. You can, otherwise you can do bolt them on that and that. This is the back panel. So the back panel should be at least 100 mils shorter than the front one, because you want to have a waterfall. I haven't mentioned previously. So this is the, you have to get cut it. On this case I cut it 90 millimeters shorter from the front one. And of course the side panels, they should be cut diagonal. I will show you now. As I mentioned earlier, that the side panels has to be cut diagonal. So this is one of the examples on the side, so the actual fall for water should be at the back. So on this case I have cut it 90 mils on the back side. It's shorter than the front one. So this is just you don't need flushings or anything else. Just when you put the roof on top, it's just gonna, the water is gonna run down perfectly. Okay, so we have done, all the parts are done from the shed, side, front and the back. So I'm just gonna pre-install it, make sure everything is okay. So I'm just going to show you the joining, because I'm not using any flushing, just joins that and that one exactly flushes it and with the pop rivet. And bottom, I'm gonna need assistance from my friend Emmett here. Okay, we have done now. The sides are done, the front is done. The next is the roof. So, like the way you can see, we don't need flashings on any of the corner, because they nice and proper fit in between the pressing like the way it is, so it's perfectly done good. Okay, next is the roof. Here you go, the shed is done, and now for very simple and short time, probably doing one day this job. It's very simple. So the shed is done, it's just ready to install and in anyone backyard. So please don't forget to subscribe, and if you need anything else done in your house, S&M Property Multi Services are here. Thank you.
Down on the slabs, bolted, just probably on every corner.